Well, let's get some analysis now with military analyst Mikael Valtersson, who joins us from Stockholm in Sweden. Really good to have you back with us. Can we start with this proposal by Hungary's Viktor Orban of a possible truce before Christmas and a prisoner of war exchange? We heard there Putin suggesting that he is supportive of such an idea, but this doesn't involve as yet the input from Ukraine. So how realistic is it that something like that will take place?
It ought to be realistic, but it seems like Ukraine is rather jealous about they being included from the beginning in all such talks, because the Russian forces are moving ahead in Ukraine, and if there were ceasefire for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, it would slow the Russian advance. So it would be in the interest of Ukraine. But Zelenskyy has done several things the last few days that makes me hesitant to believe that Ukraine will accept it.
Yes, and how would you assess Ukraine's progress at this stage of the war with Russia? Because we know we can expect a Trump administration to come in January, and in the meantime, it seems that the Biden administration is looking to give as much support as it can before Joe Biden leaves office. How worried is Zelenskyy, do you think, in terms of the trajectory of the war?
I believe he's very worried, and the population in Ukraine is also worried. And support for Zelenskyy among the population has tumbled down. So, and the Russian advance is increasing month by month in the area taken, and there are many problems within the Ukrainian army. And if they lose support from the United States, it will be very hard for Ukraine to hold the front line. I believe that they will lose more and more territory during the coming year. And therefore, it would be in the interest of Ukraine to accept some sort of both ceasefire, but also peace negotiations with Russia. But as it stands now, it seems like Russia has taken the ball, and they say that they are prepared to discuss it, while Zelenskyy has said no, they won't discuss Trump's plans, at least not until the 20th of January.
Well, yes, because we know Donald Trump has vowed to bring a swift end to the war between Russia and Ukraine when he takes office. It seems that that is what other analysts agree as well, that some way or another he will bring an end to the war. But if a ceasefire deal is brokered by Donald Trump and the parties involved, do you think it will be an agreement that ultimately will see Ukraine lose out, or at least lose the territory that Russia has gained since the beginning of the war?
Yes, and at minimum, they will lose the territory Russia controls now. But Russia said that their minimum requirement is that the 4 oblasts and the Crimea that they have annexed to Russia must be included all the area. And that's the reason why Russia is ramping up its advance in Ukraine now, so they can take as much territory as possible before January 20th. And maybe Trump said he would broker a peace in 1 day. That's probably not impossible. But if they start a negotiation process, it can take a couple of months before there's a real ceasefire. And then Russia aims to take as much territory as possible in those 4 oblasts and maybe in other areas, so they can exchange those areas they haven't taken yet.
Okay, Mikael Valtersson, we will have to leave it there, but it's great to get your analysis as always. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me.